community. Now therefore, the mayor and city council, on behalf of the citizens of Ashland, do hereby designate January 20th, 2012 as Peace House Appreciation Day, and encourage all Ashland citizens to help celebrate the start of Peace House's 30th year of service to our community. Author.
Thank you so much, John. And next, and we have a little program. Dot Schuchen, I have a dear friend named Dot Schuchen. Dot Fisher-Smith joined us, and we're delighted because she has a great historical memory, as well as continues to be everywhere. So after Bill Ashworth shares some historical memories, then we will open the floor to other people to share. That'll be your time, Dot.
Well, we're going out of chronology, but that's
and I'm sure that I know I will learn, because my history is much shorter than the history of many of you in the room.
Let me say first that I was prepared to just rattle on here, and then Dot came into the room, and so I'm going to have to be much more careful with my facts. Because she was around at the beginning too, or very close to it.
before the beginning.
Before the beginning, well, yeah, we were both.
Yeah, it was in the gestation period.
Yeah. So I want to get started here by stating the short form is that John Stammer started Peace House out of the movement for a nuclear-free Ashland, which was taking place in the late 70s and early 80s. That's the short form. The long form is much more complicated, and I'm going to go back before that, because John Stammer could not have done it without other people, and there was one other person who was extraordinarily important in the birth of Peace House. Her name was Marjorie Kellogg, and this institution wouldn't be here without Marjorie. This building wouldn't be here without Marjorie. And so I want to start with Marjorie, and then we'll move on to John's role. Marjorie was born in Southern California in about 1924, I think that's the exact year. She married her high school sweetheart, who was also from Southern California, also born around that period, Ogden Kellogg. Ogden went off to the military, to the Marines. I'm not sure whether that was World War II or the Korean conflict, but I do know that he came back. Marjorie and Ogden became convinced by that the military means of world peace were the wrong way to go. And they left Southern California, they came up here. They were both born into wealth. They had plenty of money. They came up here, they bought a ranch out near Gold Hill, and started looking around for more peaceful ways to live. Marjorie had been raised a Christian Scientist. She left the church. She wanted to find a religion that was both spiritual and pacifist, but she wanted a practical side to it too, and that's how she found the Quakers. There was no Quaker body in this. There were Quaker churches in the Oak Valley, but there was no Quaker meeting. She wanted a Quaker meeting. Being Marjorie, she just went out and started one. In 1967, the Friends meeting got started in the basement, or the fellowship hall of the Episcopal Church. Marjorie was the founder of that. By the time my wife and I arrived in the Valley in 1970, they'd moved out of the church. We went looking for the meeting, and we found it meeting in people's homes, including Marjorie's. This was, of course, during the era of the Vietnam War. Most activism in that period was directed towards stopping